Look who's back. Aaron is going to rate some new 2022 release fragrances today. You ready?
See.
He's been to Mexico. If you love fragrance as much as I do, head over to my online store, luxparfum.co.uk. You'll find my favourite brands, plus brands you can't find anywhere else in the UK. Link is in the description. ¿Cómo estás?
Muchas gracias, señor.
Wow, you've got fluent in Spanish since you went to Mexico.
No. Tiny, like little things. Yeah, no, I'm gonna learn Spanish though. Yeah,
cool.
Definitely.
How have you been? You've been traveling around to Mexico and?
Yeah, working on hopefully. Can't speak too much about it, but hopefully like distribution stuff for stuff. Yeah, so
stuff for stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff's going on.
Yeah,
which is good. Exciting stuff.
If it kind of all sorts of stuff, it'd be absolutely awesome. Yeah, but it's a lot of hard work.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Now, it's been a few months since we last did one of these videos. We've come back to the same place. I just thought it would be a good idea to sniff some new releases. We've got 6 2022 fragrance releases, and I just thought it'd be interesting for Aaron to smell these, see what he thinks.
Okay.
As usual, give us your honest opinion.
I will.
Don't hold back, they love it.
They do.
Just let us know what you think. If you like them, and then at the end, I'll let you know what they are.
Perfect.
Okay?
Let's do it.
All right, here is the first one.
Okay. This DNA is everywhere. It's got like a woody, leathery thing to it. This is against clean white musk. So this is really clean with sort of wood in it, sort of ambers, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet as well, got sweetness to it. Maybe a little bit of mint in it, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's sweet and a little freshness to it.
But the wood's in it, it's got some woody core to it, which is giving it that sort of masculine, dry down, nice.
But not unique. You think you've smelled this a lot before?
Yeah, but this isn't trying to be unique. This is just trying to be inoffensive.
Yeah, I mean, if designer brands tried to make fragrances too unique, they wouldn't sell them and they wouldn't be mainstream and they wouldn't make any money. So,
I like the woody, herbaceous quality to this. This is nice, but it's all right. Very well constructed.
Yeah.
Long lasting. This would be not massively projecting. I don't think either. I think it's more less projecting, more sort of longevity, clean what musk, ambery, woody ambery, smooth.
Yeah, I agree. Not massively unique, but really nicely done. Very, very pleasant.
Sort of slightly vanilla-y, slightly tonkery, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. But it's not heavy, is it? It's not heavy fragrance.
No, not at all.
Like often when you mention vanilla, tonka, things like that, you would think, oh, would they add density and weight to a fragrance? But they're sort of light and fluffy. Those things.
That's expensive to do.
Right.
So when you're designing a fragrance, you can't have everything for sort of 60, 80 pounds, you can't have everything. So you've got to decide whether you want that. But all of these we've noticed are built around that top note and that initial burst. And then, you know, they're not, and that's what people are buying into is that sort of sweet sort of slightly, you know, nice, inoffensive top note. And then, you know, and then after like half an hour, you go nose blind to it and then kind of, it's pretty much over. You have that initial burst.
That happens actually quite a lot with designer fragrances for me. So I know it's a good one when that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen with the next one.
Let's see.
And I'll go into why that's the case when we reveal them at the end. But
bubblegummy, this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet, yeah.
Sweet, and this is ethyl maltol and ionones. This is an oriental. Iris. It's saying it's iris, but it's iris accord.
Yeah, you're right. It is definitely. Yeah.
So initially, with sort of iris accords, a bit around vanillin, ethyl vanillin, coumarin, ionones, beta ionone, and ethyl maltol. Give my secrets here, but that's kind of like how you assimilate, and that's what this is.
Right.
Smooth, very nice though.
Yeah.
I like this smooth, ice creamy, and the ice creaminess is the ethyl vanillin right at the top.
Yeah.
So you can build things two ways. If you have vanillin at the top, you get more of a vanilla sort of smell. If you have that ice cream finish, that's ethyl vanillin at the top. So ethyl vanillin, ethyl maltol. So this is like, and this is icy super based.
Yeah.
You can smell it's kind of irisy, ambery, woody.
Yeah, I knew when you'd smell this one that I'd see that little change in your eyes. When there's something that resonates with you, your eyes light up a little bit, and I can tell like the emotions come. And
yeah, this is really well constructed. This is this is a lot more skill. The first, I imagine they're all going to be well done. This side, I imagine someone who's got more skill, more technical ability to make things smell like photorealistic, but obviously not using, Iris is so expensive, and you wouldn't get Iris Absolute. And I think, how much is it? I was quite like £4,000 a kilo, right up to the concrete, which I think 8,000. You wouldn't use something like that in a fragrance that costs 60 to 80 quid. So you're going to rely a lot on aroma chemicals, which is absolutely fine, because you know, this would be long lasting. And
it's that really nice Dior on lipsticky type of iris, rather than a really earthy iris. It's buttery iris. It's a powdery iris.
I admire perfumers who can make things smell photorealistic, and I think that's such a skill. I personally like buying the actual stuff that I'm using in it. It's much easier. I can do it, but I love using sort of expensive raw materials. That's me personally. But I can do this.
Out of 10, what would you give that?
I think it's excellent, actually. It depends on the price. If it's above 100, I'd be, all of that sort of stuff. But
okay. Well, let's just say the price is okay. The price is reasonable then.
60 to 80?
Yeah.
I think it's excellent. About a 9 or something, I think.
Wow, good mark. We didn't rate the first one, actually.
An 8.
An 8 for the first one?
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Okay.
That one I think is technically really, really smart.
Yeah. The second one or the first one?
Second one's kind of really, really smart. And I love the way it's an I love Orientals, you see. So,
Okay, what do you think of that?
So this has, the first thing you're getting is Cashmeran, which you can smell that minty, strong thing. And Cashmeran is a musk. It's solid at room temperature. Cashmeran Velvet is semi-solid at room temperature. Cashmeran aims in projection. They deal with them differently on technical levels. They're using a really classical accord, which is glutenates with Cashmeran, which is kind of a really nice way to assimilate sweet cleanness. So this is sweet, clean, projecting. This is the one that's bubblegummy. It's
got that designery bubblegummy sweetness.
Yeah, so not that one. This is the bubblegummy one I was smelling.
Yeah. Is it a unique fragrance?
No, not at all. No, absolutely not at all. I'm a bit bored of these blue ones. You know, dihydromercenol, push right at the top, acetates, linalool, ethyl linalool. It's a little bit unimaginative and kind of a little bit...
Interestingly, it's not marketed. I can see why you say it, and there is a fruitiness to it, but it's not marketed as a blue fragrance. It doesn't come in a blue bottle.
No, but the dihydromercenol in it, I always associate with sort of like in this high amounts was sort of like, but if you assimilate sort of like the vanillin molecules and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't smell like cool water.
Yeah.
But if you took the sort of the gourmandy aspects out of it, you would say it would have that lift to it that's in that, but the Cashmeran's really apparent.
Yeah, it's got brightness to it actually. It's not a heavy.
The brightness
fragrance.
is Cashmeran.
Right.
So brightness gives all the ambers, like the ambroxan, kind of all those materials, and it gives it that sort of bright, effervescent quality to it.
What would you rate it?
I don't like it at all, actually. It does. I think for me to do really high marks, I love it when they smell natural or photorealistic or something. When they smell very aroma chemical based without too many naturals in, it's not really for me. And I wouldn't wear this, but I think if you were, something about it I really don't like.
This is typical designer aroma chemicals rolled together to smell this generic mass appealing way.
Yeah, I don't like it. The mass choice is hard and metallic. It's got a hard and metallic edge to it, to a sort of sweetness to it, and then a blue on top. It's not.
Yeah. So you don't like it out of 10? What would you give that?
I think it's well constructed, and I imagine marketing when they're like 7.
A 7?
Yeah, I think it's
all right. Are you sure? Really? You want to be a bit harsher?
I don't like it 6. Yeah, not for me at all.
6, right? Yes, we got 6 out of it. Right. Good.
I think the one before is what they think young men want to smell of. That's kind of what I think. I think they're going like, oh, this is what 18 to 21 year olds and I imagine that older men in like, you know, boardrooms going like, oh, it's what young funky people want to go out and smell. That's kind of what I imagine.
The one you literally just smelled that you're giving a 6.
That's kind of what I think. Yeah, and that's not what young people want to smell of at all.
Right, there we go. Next one.
This is blue. Absolutely, 100%. And Broxin heavy.
I agree. It is. It doesn't come in a blue bottle, but not all blue style fragrances have to come in a blue bottle, but you're right, yeah, it is.
This has got an aquatic feel to it. That's probably probably when I think of blue, I think of like the sea, marine, ozonic, aquatic.
Yeah. If I didn't know what that was and I smelled that, I would say the same. I would say this is a blue fragrance.
The reason why I'm thinking that this has got high, obviously ambroxan in it, absolutely, dihydromercenol, isosuperhedium, that is just the way it's constructed. I imagine 2 or 3 musk and bretellide, all that kind of stuff. But this has got the aquatic note, which is a quanil mixed with citronellal. So that is that harsh, it's got a real harsh, clean, smell right in the core, and that is those 2 raw materials. It's got undercover oil in, so it's giving that sort of like lush, it's giving that sort of like green, leafy, what is the thing I'm thinking of? Violety sort of finish to it. That's what I'm sort of thinking of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There's a green tinge to the fruity freshness of
so
this
I'll never do. So I'll never do.
No.
I kind of.
It's not your style, is it?
Absolutely not.
No.
So I don't like that.
Right. So you don't like it for you in terms of the composition. Can you appreciate? Is it a good one?
So when I was on your channel last, there was like that green one, Tom Ford one, and I said to you then that was the undercover note was really high up, and I said that sort of like cucumber, violety thing. Some people love that, and I've smelled it on some people, and they'll love that. So that's been built for people who love that classification of that sort of violet, green, leafy thing. So if you love that thing with sort of citruses in, I imagine sort of lemon in, cheap citruses, all the rest of it.
And watery marine aquatic stuff,
they're gonna love it. But that would do nothing on my skin. So personally, I wouldn't wear it, I wouldn't gravitate to it, I'd never build it, but it's an important classification of perfumery. So people who would love that would absolutely love it. And I think those people would be like, oh, it's another version of that, I'm gonna go and buy that. Can't imagine it's more than 80. If it's more than 80, I'd be like gobsmacked. Yeah. And well, it is another version of something else. So we will reveal that shortly. Okay, on to the next one. I'll remind myself. Okay. Yeah. It's a weird one, it's like cinnamon. So I'm smelling the notes. So this is more cinnamon notes, cinnamon alcohol, cinnamon, all that kind of stuff. I imagine this one's trying to be boozy, like a boozy, freshy thing. Is that right?
It is, yeah. It's interesting actually because it's...
I don't like this at all.
It's definitely supposed to be a fresher version of something that you have smelled before actually, which was boozy.
Boozy, yeah.
So I think it's reminding you perhaps a little bit of that. A little bit. Yeah.
Ginger, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. So there's things that I just, do you know what the problem is? Like, it's not really a problem. Now this job, I'm doing this for every day, all the time. I become like really like, I've noticed like more, this shouldn't go with this shouldn't go with this. And it's quite difficult for me to, and we say, like we're talking about maybe one day I should go in and just put stuff together that freaks me out a bit.
Yeah.
I become so like controlled in my work that when I smell stuff outside of that, ginger shouldn't go freshy. Well, I don't know quite why it shouldn't go freshy.
It's very interesting because the notes in this fragrance are sort of contrasty. Sometimes contrasts can work really well because you've got light and dark. Having only just smelled this one myself as well, I agree that it sort of feels like, is the balance right?
No, I don't think it is.
We'll talk about it when I reveal it in a second.
To me, this is like trying to be a fresh Oriental, and it's kind of, there's something that's not gelling, not working for me personally, and I think I like things in their categories. It's
sort of in a weird little category, isn't it, where it's like trying to be too many things almost.
Yeah, it's like ginger and then some citruses in there, and then
I actually do like it. I think it's inoffensive and I would enjoy wearing it, but I get what you're saying.
Not for me at all. Six, that is not
Don't want to go any lower?
No, no, but I think when I go lower, it's because, but that one's going to have all its technical paperwork. There's been somebody who worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
But it's just not for, I would never even gravitate to that. I'd put it down and put it in the reject bin.
Harsh Aaron's back for a minute.
Good.
Right, okay. Ready?
Yeah,
good?
All good.
Okay, last one.
This is weird, there's mandarin in it. Yeah, I hate mandarin. Mandarin is the citrus I dislike the most. And I do use it. It goes amazing with Orientals. I do use it at quite low concentrations. Otherwise it kind of, it's not. And this is like, all these things are so personal. You know, mandarin ain't for me. Mandarin, lemon, grapefruit.
All the citrus, basically.
All the citrus. This is quite nice on dry. I imagine this is better when you put it on and you leave it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice for summer.
Well, it is a summer targeted release.
Yeah, this is nice. I think this is nice. This is clean. This is really rounded, smooth. The musk choice in this is really smart, so the muskiness is smart. The
rounded and the smoothness, I wasn't expecting, but I said that. When I filmed my unboxing, before we filmed it, I said the same thing. It was smoother and more rounded than what I expected, which was a pleasant surprise, actually.
When you're dealing with grapefruit, it's really, you get methyl pamplemousse. Methyl pamplemousse smells of grapefruit.
Yeah.
Someone's worked at this really hard because it just doesn't smell of methyl pamplemousse. It smells of different compounds with methyl pamplemousse.
Well, we know someone who does like this DNA because Aaron's mate Carl, he's just sitting in the background over
That's
here.
what he liked it.
And when I sprayed the strips earlier, he's like, "What is that one? It's just wafted
Zingy.
over. What is
so,
it?"
Okay, so this contains terpenol compounds. That's what's giving it that. I was thinking, is it
Zing,
lime?
yeah.
I was like, is it lime? Does not contain lime.
Right.
It contains terpenol and terpenol acetate, and that is that tropical thing. So this is the tropical, mandarin-y, fresh, zingy, fresh thing. It's like fizzy. It's like a fizzy quality, which is the acetates. This is like clever perfumery.
And what I really liked about that is there's a little hint of creaminess underneath all that zesty zinginess as well, which I liked.
That's the tonka.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the Kumara.
Out of 10, what would you give that one?
Because Cole's here, I'll give it a 2. No, I won't.
A 2. We've not had a 2 on this channel for a while.
No, I think I wouldn't wear it because I don't like Mandarin.
Right.
So it's kind of really difficult. But I can't, again, it's really technically really good, but absolutely not for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's...
And opinions are personal opinions,
totally.
so if it's not for you, then that's fine.
But I tell you what I do like. I love the way they've manipulated the grapefruit to not just smell like methyl pamplemousse. That's personally that kind of does
Is that
me.
legal? Manipulating grapefruits?
You can't. You can use low levels of grapefruit, but it's it's phototoxic, so you can go very, very low with it. I think 0.2%, 0.22%.
Yeah.
0.02%.
Right.
I think it's a 7. It's all right.
So there you go. If manipulated grapefruit is your thing, you might like this. I think you're saying it's not your thing, but for summer, I think this would be a lot of people's thing, actually.
The musk in that is clean. So the musk in that's like a good combination. It smells masculine. That smells really masculine and fresh, ozonic. But that is the again the Aquanol, the citronellal, kind of the methyl pamplemousse, all of that stuff with the terpenol compounds. Nice. All right, not for me though.
Yeah. So what was your actual final?
I think a 7.
A 7. Right.
Yeah.
Good. Right. We're going to reveal them,
Let's do
and then you can see what we're dealing with. So the first one is the new Zadig and Voltaire. This is him, Vibes of Freedom.
Oh, cool.
Did it give you vibes of freedom?
Nah, not at all. Oh, look at the colour.
The colour's weird. It's like not really blue. It's like grey.
I wouldn't have put it as blue.
Dishwater.
I would have put it,
dirty dishwater.
I would have put it more like because it's got woody compounds to it. I would have done it in a brown bottle.
Smell it again?
Yeah.
Now you know what it is.
Yeah, that's one woody. That's like woody, cinnamon, like a lot of wood compounds.
Yeah. I think they're going for a sort of summer warm weather release for this one.
To me,
I think you could wear it, but it's not a freshy. No, it's not your typical.
I like it though,
freshy.
well constructed. I like the woody one, like the cleanness to it, sweetness.
Yeah.
Vanillin, sort of coumarin, sweetness against wood.
Really easy wear.
Very, very easy. Very nice though. Yeah. How much is it?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't remember what. I don't think Zadig and Voltaire's not that expensive. About 40. Can't remember what I paid. I bought all of them in a batch, so 40, 50 quid.
Very good, 40 quid.
Yeah, I think it's good. I like that one, and you gave that one a 7.
Yeah, I think so. But the price. So now I know the price is like if it's 40 quid.
Yeah.
Chuck it to an 8.
The next one you really liked. I think this was a 9, and it was your favourite. It is the new Gentleman Givenchy.
This is the Iris one.
Iris. This is the Reserve Privee.
Yeah, you can tell someone who's skilled dealt with this. This is exactly as I thought. Someone who's very skilled, photorealistic, someone very technically brilliant at this. Yeah.
And you nailed the Iris. That is a signature of this Gentleman Givenchy line.
Smart.
And there's some whiskey in this, so this is a little boozy. So I think that might make it hang around a little more as well. Yeah. All right, the next one, which you were a bit nonplussed by, and I can see why. This is Boss the Scent Le Parfum. So this is a flanker to Boss the Scent. So Le Parfum is usually a bit richer, and I can't really remember. From what I can remember of the scent, it doesn't smell that much different to me, but it's probably a bit richer.
Yeah, this is as I said, and this is exactly what it fits all of it. This is like people in a boardroom, kind of let's do something funky. What we're going to do, all that kind of stuff, and a little bit out of touch, which what actually younger people want now. This is older people choosing what younger people want, and not
It's interesting.
That's what I think.
Yeah, probably right.
This is everything crammed together for it. Yeah.
This is the definition of a fragrance that is engineered to be mass appealing and designery and inoffensive, but we've smelled so many like it before.
Yeah, not for me.
So the next one, which you liked, it's the brand new flanker to the very famous Acqua di Gio, and it's the EDP version. Just came in to me yesterday. I think I got this one.
Nicer from the dry. So this is nicer now than when I first smelled it. Masculine. It smells like it's very summery. So this is going to be popular in summer.
You said it smells blue, and even though it's not a blue bottle, it has the characteristics of a blue fragrance.
Very masculine. Yeah, totally, absolutely.
Citrus, marine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I really like that. It's sort of just a little denser, a little more dense than the original Acqua di Gio, and perhaps a bit more modernised.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that is that, and you like that. What did you give that one again? Can you remember? Was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Was it an 8, a 7?
Probably.
Or an 8? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, nice.
I like that one. It's a good release.
Not
I think.
for me.
Yeah, but not your style. Okay, the next one, which again you weren't that crazy about, is the newest in the Strong With You line.
Oh no.
So you mentioned boozy, but the one we last smelt was absolutely.
And I get that really high marks. I remember I loved that. Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, and we were talking about weird balances of things in this. So the signature component of the Stronger With You line is chestnut, which in things like with Absolutely and Intensely, it lends itself to kind of autumn, winter, because it's a darker, very woody, rich note. So to have that chestnut combined with brighter citruses and things, it's a weird.
Not for me.
It's fine.
The other one I thought was Fab. I really loved the other one. Really inspiring, very good. I thought it was awesome. To me, if you're going to do Orientals, you should kind of, if you're going to do it, you should just do it, and you can make it massively projecting by adding stuff to it. Yeah. But kind of that's manipulating more aroma chemicals with less naturals, and that's what it smells of. Yeah. The other one smells so natural and so beautiful, like just a beautiful Oriental. That's disappointing. Yeah,
it's fine. I could wear it, but I think in trying to make it a fresher version of a DNA, which it is usually for sort of colder weather, I think it sort of just becomes a bit meh.
That's a shame.
Really. Yeah. And the last one, the one that Carl loved. We'll have to let him have a spray.
CK1.
CK1.
Do you know, I have never abused any of that. Yeah,
the brand new Summer Daze.
That fits it dead on.
As soon as you smell this, the colour, if colour ever comes to mind, it's orange.
Yeah, tangerine, mandarin, all that kind of stuff.
All the oranges, all the citruses.
Yeah, that kind of fits it dead on. Yeah, I've never reviewed them,
They're good. The CK Shark is good, and I think it's a really nicely done, summery, orangey fragrance with a little bit of creaminess. And what you said, I absolutely agree, is it's not a zesty, rindy citrus. It's a very smooth, rounded, sweeter citrus. More tropical than zingy and zesty.
The lime, I like the lime quality. Yeah, I like that.
It's a good one. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be taking that away on my summer holidays this year. In fact, I'll be definitely taking these two on my summer holidays this year. So there we go, new 2022 releases. What do you think? What do you think about the state of designer perfumery in 2022?
But I'm not surprised. That's a massive house. That's like I would expect nothing less from a prestige house.
Givenchy Reserve Privee.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what disappointed by that. Yeah, really disappointed. Those two are nice. I agree with you. Yeah, that I wouldn't wear. No, and that one I kind of think cheapy. I think that's really nice, but I just think. Do something different. Yeah. The last one in that one, I loved it because it was really trying to be different. It was cool. It kind of was really good perfumery. Disappointed because it's kind of going after the cash money.
It's gone a little more bland. It's lost a bit of its distinctive character. It's gone a bit more bland. I think it's nice.
I imagine that one projects crazy.
Well, we will see. I've not worn it yet. Yeah, we will find out. So there we go. Brand new 2022 releases as sniffed and rated by Aaron. Thank you for coming to do it, Aaron. Yeah. Always love hearing a perfumer's perspective on what goes into scents like this.
Yeah. So thank you for having me.
No, you're welcome. Come back anytime. Absolutely. In 2 minutes when we do the next video.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked hearing Aaron, then give the video a like, and you can see him again. Subscribe so when he is back on, you don't miss the video. And if you do all that, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.